What's happening, traders? Welcome back to another video, and welcome back to the next part in the My Forex Funds challenge. We've got a setup lining up on Aussie USD, so let's get into it because I think we're about to get an entry. So let's go. Alright guys, getting into the charts here, we've got a pretty interesting demand zone lining up here. We've got this demand zone here. Now if we go to the 15-minute chart, it's looking a lot cleaner. You can see that we've got these nice 4-5 big bullish straight up candles, which broke us out the top of the Asia range to the left here. Now if we go down to the lower time frames, I had our fair value gap drawn in here. This is found on the 1-minute chart, and as you can see, we've just taken out that fair value gap now. So all of our rules are met. Now if I just throw the rules up real quick, we've got our rules up here. Okay, find a supply and demand zone with a, well, in this case, a demand zone with a fair value gap within. Done that. Look for the break of structure. Okay, we broke structure here. We also broke out of the highs of the Asia range here, so that's a good sign of structure break. Wait for price to fill the fair value gap and the zone, which we've done. Sorry, I'm being a bit quick, so I want to catch this entry. And break of a candle high or low. Now, obviously, in this case, we're looking for a long, so we're looking for a break of a candle high. So that's basically the trade. We're going to look for a trade here, and we're going to look at a sort of around a 6.2 pip stop, roughly, depending on which candle this breaks. This has got 9 seconds left, so I'm just going to go up to over here real quick, pip calculator, Aussie USD, and we're going to go 6.5 pips, 6.5 pips, and we'll go for $1. GBP, US, Aussie USD. Okay. So we're going to go for a potential of a $1 trade here, lot size, because we are looking quite good, and we want to make a bit move on our account. We're on the right one here, yes. Okay, trade. $1 is that. And there we go. So looking at the higher time frames, we have had again a nice push out. We're kind of retesting the overnight highs here. Let's just keep looking for a second. Right, technically we did get an entry there, and we're going to go for a tight stop here. We're going to go for a 2.2 pip stop just to manage risk, because if we do break down below here, there's nothing else below here. There's no more fair value gaps, so we'll take that as a as our potential risk limit. Okay, because if we do come down below here now, it's likely that we're going to continue to downside, and this zone isn't going to hold. So let's see how we go. And we're in this trade. 6.4 pips is our target. That would be fantastic, but we will manage to trade as we go up. Hopefully we can get a nice little booster here on our on the challenge. So that 5-minute candle has broken the candle's high. Okay, stop loss is just down below here. I actually got it at 846. So obviously, so far we've been 100% right on our trades. I'm not going to say that we're due a loss, because that is not how we want to think about things. But technically, we are due a bit of a loss because we have been 100%, and winning. Trading is not a 100% game. Although obviously that would be amazing. So let's just see how this goes. Having a bit of a turnaround now. So yeah, let's see how it goes, and I'll come back when we got some more info. Hopefully we can get a nice push back up, and we got two minutes or so on this candle, although we're getting pushed down pretty heavily right now, which could be our first loss of the account. But let's see. Ooh. Now obviously if we do have our first loss of the account, we're down about $33 here, which is obviously not ideal, but it's also not the end of the world. Now what I did notice also on the 3-minute chart is we had actually a fair value gap that came down to here, which we've just filled in. Oh, $39 out, 41. We've got to be getting close to closing out. Why have we not been closed out yet? Because this is slightly different on my Forex Funds. Because this is our 8-cap an 8-cap chart. So currently not looking too good, although we're getting pushed back up. We haven't been closed out yet, and I'll throw this on the screen right now. Screen record's coming in for you. We haven't been closed out yet, but we're not far off it. Not far off it at all. About 5 pips away, which is 5 pips from here is going to be about there. So obviously could be in luck here if this turns around quite sharply, or we may just get a continuous push down, and in that case we're out of the trade. Not looking in our favor, to be honest with you. I think this could be our first loss of the challenge, but that is okay. $45 loss, about $48 loss if we do get stopped out. New candle has opened. Still not stopped out yet. Okay, that's a bit of a shame. Still not stopped out yet, but it's just not looking very promising. Obviously, this doesn't damage our account too much. We are getting a bit of a turnaround now. Now, if I draw, let's have a look, see if we've got anything that could potentially save us here. High volume zone is right here, right on that point of control on this move on the 1 minute chart, which is giving us some potential reaction and push away, which is quite nice to see. Again, still haven't been stopped out. So we've still got 8 minutes on this 15-minute candle. What we ideally want to see now is this candle to stay up here, even flip bullish. Obviously, that would be insane. But if we can keep up here, and then the next candle breaks this candle's high, then that would be a great 15-minute entry for us. And I can't believe that we're actually getting pushed up here. We haven't been stopped out yet. Again, we'll throw this up on the screen for you guys. And we'll see how it goes. Now, that was my fault because I haven't traded this account for a bit. I forgot that I was on my 8-cap broker, and obviously 8-cap has a slightly different price point to my Forex Funds. Usually I mark out the stop losses and break evens on, TPs on MetaTrader 4, but this time I didn't because I've been trading my normal account for the last week or so. So let's see how it goes. What's the 5-minute looking like? 5-minute is threatening to flip bearish, in which case we're probably going to get stopped out. But hopefully we can stay. There we go. Looking very bearish indeed. Do have a temptation to put the stop loss below the zone, but I'm not going to do that. If we get stopped out and then we do get a 15-minute entry, we can always take another trade to counteract the loss that we may take on here, but hopefully we won't. Things are holding up pretty good at the moment. We've got 55 seconds left on this candle. And as I say, we've got a high volume cluster here, the final high volume cluster in the zone, which is now being rejected against. And hopefully can hold us up and take us back up through to our TP. Right, I'm going to leave this for a second and I'll come back when we've got some more info. Hopefully some good news rather than bad news, but let's see. Okay guys, so that 5-minute candle's held us up and we've broken this candle's high now, which is a good sign. It's not a certain sign, but it's a good sign that price could potentially now be reacting and pushing up because we've made a new high here. We are getting a nice push up. This 15-minute candle, hey, we're flipping bullish. This could be the save of the century. We are still in the trade, okay. We're actually now at break even, just about. Okay, volume's coming in. This is the 2 o'clock candle just before the 2:30 New York candle. Now, obviously, if we can, we've got a 2 minutes and 33 seconds left on this trade. sorry, on this candle. If this candle can break this candle's high, then that's a 15-minute entry on this demand zone, and that would obviously be fantastic. Or if this candle can close bullish now, or even slightly bearish, which obviously we don't want, we want to keep this candle white, then we can push down and then hopefully flip up bearish, bullish, and break that candle's high. So that little mistake of forgetting about the 8 cap has actually saved us here, which is incredible. Not always the best thing, and now from now on I'll remember that I need to do it on MetaTrader 4. It's just that I've been trading my normal account, and when I'm trading my normal account I just run off straight off the chart here, whereas on my Forex funds it need to be a little bit different. And just while I go on to that, I've had a lot of comments from time to time like, what broker do I use for TradingView and my Forex funds, because you can't, they don't have their trader. I think it's Traders Global. I think you can't find them or add them to the chart. So what I do is I draw in my areas, and then I take that area and I look at it on my phone and look at the chart, and then I match up the stop loss and the TP to the chart on MetaTrader 4, which then matches up with my Forex funds, because obviously that's directly to the broker there. So so yeah, let's see how it goes. We are obviously in a positive position now compared to where we were. That high volume cluster down there, which you can see on that 1-minute chart, was what price wanted to come and visit, and we visited that literally right on the point of control, almost dead to the pixel. Okay, you can see that line. That is the point of control, the highest volume area of that move, up to this high. So hopefully we can continue to the upside now. You can see that volume's coming in. We've got 50 seconds on this candle. Ideally, what I want to see now is this candle close around here, and then the next candle maybe go down a little bit and then flip bullish, and continue to the upside. We have now got an entry on the 15-minute candle. Okay, so if we were trading the 15-minute, this would be our entry point now for this trade. We obviously took it on the 5, which is always a little bit riskier to taking it on the lower time frame when the actual demand zone or clear demand zone is on the 15-minute chart. Okay, so technically we could now take our first TP up to here, which would be our first TP on the 15-minute setup. So we're gonna see how price does when we get to here, and then we may manage it and let the runner run anyway. But we're currently good. And are we in profit? We should be in a little bit of profit right now. We are in profit. We're in $15 profit so far, $19, $16. So this candle's closed with no top wick, which is fine. But I'd like to see this bad boy keep on running. How's the 5-minute looking? 5 minutes done the same. 30-minute is still going. So yeah, we've got a complete pause here. Nothing's happened for 25 seconds there, which is pretty crazy. Now, obviously, I could take some profit now. We're at $20 of profit, but I'm going to let this bad boy run. Okay, just get rid of this for confusion. We have pushed up quite nicely. Technically, where's our 1-to-1 if we had our TP here? That is just around this point there for 4 pips. Around this area here, 119.17. So let's see how it goes. Obviously, a great save, and hopefully we can stay saved here. I might move stop loss to break even in a minute, but hopefully we can still keep pushing up from this zone as we are doing. There we go. Keep it moving, baby. Here we go. Some nice moves. Nice moves. When we get to here, I'm going to take that 20% because it's been a bit of a rough ride. We're up $20 already, which is obviously fine. And we can take that. Quite happy with that. But if we can get a little bit more of a push up, that would be fantastic. So we're going to come back in a minute and we'll see how it's going. That looks a bit of a mess. Sorry. I'm going to get rid of that. Alright then, guys, so we've just tapped into that first TP there. I'm going to take that out, and that makes us a nice $23.20. Okay, I'm going to bring a stop loss now to break even. Ooh. Which is going to let this runner run, and we're just going to let that bad boy go now. Because we could continue to the upside for the rest of the day. But I wanted to take that because obviously that was a bit of a roller coaster. I'd rather get rid of the risk and take our profit there. because without that funny little mistake, we would have had a losing trade there. So I'm quite happy to take that out and get rid of the bag. So we got our first TP taken there, which is real nice, and we now got a 20% runner, which we can look to run for the rest of the day. It's a 20 cents lot because that was a $1 lot size. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I'm gonna put a marker up here because if we make a marker to that point, then I'll probably bring our stop loss then to the first TP. So there we go, a successful trade that now brings us locked in for the day to $199.47, which is 50% of the way to our target. And obviously now we're still at 100%, even though it was looking dicey there for a second. We're still at 100%, which is awesome. And yeah, we're at another brick in the wall on the way to this challenge. So yeah, I'll come back in a minute. It's quite a long video, this one. I'll come back in a minute when we see how this has gone. Hopefully we can keep pushing up from here and we can get a little bit more profit on there. We're currently $7 extra in profit right now, so anything extra is good extra. Alright, so see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so we've pushed up a little bit more. We're currently $9 in profit extra, which is great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the our break-even point, or our break-even point here, which locks in about $5 extra in profit regardless. Obviously, if we keep pushing up from this point, then that's fantastic. But if we come back down, we've still locked in a little extra on top of what we already gained there. So it's a nice little way to manage our trade there. This is on the 15-minute, and that is going to be 66909. So obviously, I'm going to do that on the MetaTrader 4 to line up with my Forex Funds. So we've locked in definite profit, so it's a win-win situation right now. We either win a lot or we win this amount, which is probably going to be around an extra $5 on the account, which would leave us above $200 for the day. So again, I'll come back in a minute, see how this goes. I look like a ghost today. I don't know what's going on with my light. I've been trying to sort it out. And we'll come back in a minute when we've got some more info. Alright guys, quick check-in, and that run is still going. Okay, we're currently up around $12 on the account now. Still got our TP Still got our TP below here. So if we do come down and get here to here, we will get stopped out there, but in profit. I won't change it until we potentially this candle closes. If we push up again, then I may put it underneath the next candle's low there, and basically just trail it up and see how we do. So yeah, we'll come back in a minute, see how it's going. Alright guys, we've had a big old push up now. I'm actually going to take another 20%, actually 75%. I'm going to close 15 cents of this 20 cents runner, because that gives us an extra $14 on top of what we already got today. So that's almost doubling up to what we've got. Okay, stop loss is still where it is at. We're still $5 up with this runner, and if this bad boy keeps going for the rest of the day, then that is all good with me. I'm going to go for just to have a look at what we've got going on here. We have had a breakout here, okay, and this candle has respected this 4 hours candle low. So if this price now can break above this high, then there's no reason why price can't continue. Overall, on a higher time frame, we've got this huge area up here. This area could be an issue for us to have a pause, but I'm quite happy just to let this thing run. I wanted to just bag the extra $13 because why the hell not, okay? We are pushing up a lot more now, which is fantastic, and yeah, an absolutely stunning trade. I'm glad that we made that mistake, because obviously we would have been stopped out and then price would have turned around. But as I said, I probably would have taken an entry on the 15-minute afterwards, which in that case would have given us an extra boost anyway. Maybe I took that 15 cents out a little bit early. We've now pushed up a lot more, and to be honest, let's go to the 5-minute chart. I'm actually going to bring our stop now below this 5-minute candle low, which is there. So let's have a look at that on the chart. And that is going to be below there at 66956. 66956. So we've locked in a little bit more profit there. So if we get down to that point there, we're going to add in another probably, I don't know, $4 or so to the trade there. So we're now currently $213.12 locked in on the challenge. So we're over halfway to phase one. We're just taking our time with this. We're just going brick by brick. We don't want to over risk. And today we have made locked in $37.37 and 30 cents. So not a bad day. nearly 10% of the way to the first phase one there. So we'll see how this one goes, and I'll come back when either we've been stopped out here or hopefully we've come up to 300 or something. Alright guys, so we've just broken that high there, which is a great sign on the 4-hour chart. Okay, we've broken above this these candles high, and we've respected this candle's low, which is obviously the demand zone where we took the buy from. So we're going to leave this to run. I'm going to now move our stop even closer. Okay, I'm going to pop it below here now to lock in even more profit. We're currently on that even extra runner, $7 up on top of that. But now when I put this up to here, we're going to likely be... where is that? So that's going to be under here. 66989. Modify 66989. And yeah, we'll just see if this bad boy can run now. I feel that we could potentially keep going here. As I say, the 4-hour price action is looking positive, and we have got all this clean space above. So literally, we could just leave this guy overnight, and maybe we'll get a good runner here. So we're locked in there. We've now locked in an official extra 10 pips. So that's $5 there if we do come back down and break below here. If not, if we keep going up, we'll just keep managing the trade as we have done on the way up. So a great second trade after a rocky start. But there we go. We got the win in the end, and that's all that matters. So we'll come back later on. I'm going to leave this for now. I've got to go out for an hour, and then I'll come back and see how this has ended up. I will manage the trade as I'm out as well on the phone, but obviously can't record. So I'll see you guys soon. Alright guys, so just wanted to jump back in again, just quickly before I go out. We've just had a big volume spike come in after we broke out of that 4-hour high. That's a 3-hour. As you can see, we're now way above, and we're currently $11 in profit, which is just fantastic. I'm going to go down to lower time frames now, and maybe even move our... I'm going to move our stop even higher now. I'm going to put it to here. In fact, I'm going to put it below this candle low now, purely because... why the hell not? You know, if we do come back down there now, then that's fine. But we've had that big push up, which is fantastic. So that is 7045. Modify 7045. And we'll let this thing run. I am expecting a pullback, to be fair, very soon. As you can see, you've had another move like this, and then we get a pullback. This is obviously just gone crazy at this 3 o'clock candle. As you can see now, we've got another candle opening, closing, and we're coming down quite sharp. But hey, let's see what happens. We could still keep pushing up for the rest of the day, and yeah. So we've locked it in now, and I'm very happy with that. So I'll see you guys later on when I come back from my meeting. Okay guys, so just jumping on here, I can see that we've just closed below this candle's wick here. We broke down below this candle's wick, which shows to me that price is probably going to come down to here. So instead of us getting stopped out here, I've decided to take a little bit extra, which leaves us with $9.65 profit there, with a total profit for today of $43.95 towards our final goal. So I'll just throw this up on the screen now so you can see the stages of the trade. We had the 80 cents trade come out at $23.20, 14 cents trade 15 cents trade come out at $14.10, and then that last 5 cents running for an extra $9.65. Now that is obviously insane. You know, obviously what would have been totally ideal is if we kept that $1 in all the way up, but we wanted to manage the trade as we go, as we had a bit of a rough start. But I'm still very happy with that result, which leaves us now with $222.62 in profit on the way to our first phase one being completed. And apart from that one trade which I showed you earlier in yesterday's video, which was on Euro GBP, which was a mistake, we are 100% correct with 12, I think it's 12 trades right now. And if you look at the chart now, you can see that we probably would have got stopped out there, so I just saved us an extra, I don't know, $2 or something there. So an absolute belter of a trade there. Very happy with how that went. Potentially, in hindsight, maybe you could have kept that the whole dollar going a little bit longer. But after a rocky start, I just wanted to bag that money and keep that win rate going. But in the end, that actually ended up being an absolute belter of a trade and just straight lined up, breaking new highs. And that is fantastic. So I can leave the video there. If you liked it, please give a like and subscribe. It means a lot. And also check out the Discord, check out the Telegram, and check out our website. Everything is down in the description below. If you want to have a go at becoming a funded trader, there also is a link down there for my Forex Funds. Go over there, grab yourself a challenge, and see if you can pass it as well. But until next time, guys, enjoy your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.